Hello, 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 you guys. News Now, South Florida here. Who we got in here? PDF, what's going on, buddy? Watch live now, Bolt Action News Group. Lion One, Piner in Florida, Save the Humans. Hello, everybody.
One moment.
Hello, Mr. Gladiauditor. You can't hear us yet. How's it going?
It's going all right. I got to turn you down a little bit. It's a little loud.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me throw the link up here in case anyone wants to come in and join us. I hope people want to.
Yeah, I was having a little computer trouble right at quarter till, so let me get in. But I got up on a couple different computers in case anything happens, and I got phones too.
Up on a couple different computers. Yeah, and you got to turn one of them off because I'm getting an echo.
Yeah, I got it taken care of.
What's up, Thomas Malone? How are you, sir? Wolfie Gladly in the house. What's up, bitches? What's going on, Wolfie? What am I? Well, I'm looking at the StreamYard version. Let me switch and go to the Bolt Action News Group version.
I'm looking at both, but I can't comment from StreamYard for some reason. I was also playing around with that too, so I got that my own channel linked to that too. So hopefully, maybe I can play around with it when I come over here next time.
Oh, cool! You know, one thing I still need to figure out how to do is how I get when I do a screen share. I don't know how to get sound to play in the screen share. Whoa! Oh, I can't do it that way. That's a bad echo. All right, never mind.
I just say live for 23 minutes. That doesn't seem accurate at all.
Oh, maybe that's because that's when I created the community post, and I created the link or the panel, whatever you call it. What's up, Wolfie Gladly in the house?
What up, Wolf?
What's going on, frauditors?
Oh, snap.
You enjoy picking on the cops? That's not nice. The cops are good people.
You should warn them before you go and audit anything.
My name's Gary.
Oh, you're Gary. How's it going, Gary?
I do good. I'll just try to go to the parade. I want to go to the parade one day. I go
So
parade.
what you been up?
No, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up,
What
everybody?
You been up to, man?
Being Gary for 30 seconds of Gary is too much for me.
That was too much already, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Free thinker, how's it going?
I'm hanging out, man. I'm hanging out. Just coming along to say what's up to my bang bros.
That didn't sound right, but to the bang gang.
To the bang gang. I'm just saying what's up to the bang gang. You know,
what's good, man? What's good?
Feeding my cat and shit, you know, because she needs it. She's fat. Here she comes. She ran into this bitch. She said, "Oh,
Miss Leslie, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Save the Humans. Thank you for
Leslie. What's up,
appreciate that.
Or Pinerin. I don't know how I exactly pronounce that. I'm not
Piner in Florida.
The Pinerin. I always call it Pinerin.
Piner in
and Save
Florida.
the Humans is in the house. My boy Save the Humans
Farmer up in here
always. Damn, we got some people.
Right, so
farmers in here. The PDFer.
I got a terrible signal. I just wanted to say hello to y'all and thanks everybody out here, man. I appreciate every one of you guys.
There he is.
Hey, we appreciate you, man.
Poor dirt farmer. I appreciate all the work you put in exposing these cops the way you do.
I try to. My eye on you and me got North Florida covered the best we can. Thanks
I'd
to
blow my
Rogan and
brains
Rice
out looking
Krispie to
up
come
all
up
these
here and
dirty
help.
stories.
You guys were out doing some good work with Rogue the other day.
Oh man, we was out
Yes.
having fun. What we were doing, we had a blast, man.
Oh, no more Wolfie.
Every time
Wolfie
I
had to
go out
pick
with
his-
Rogue, I don't have nothing but fun. Nothing but
I'm
fun.
still here.
But I let y'all go, man. I got a terrible
No.
signal. I just wanted to say hey to everybody.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My
If you get a
shit's
better
breaking
signal,
up
pop
bad,
in
man.
again.
Thanks for popping in.
All right,
man.
PDF.
Stick
Thanks
around,
for
man.
coming
Eat
on.
some pizza with us.
Down here on the Swanee River, we ain't got no signal down here on the river, y'all.
Oh shit.
So what's good?
We
What's
got-
going on in your neck of the woods there, Wolfie?
You know, I was supposed to go out and do things today, but then 8 o'clock happened, and you know the stores are just, they're just saying, "Oh, 8 o'clock is our closing time." I want to go to Walmart, bro. To be honest, and I wanted to do some business there and buy some shit, but then I looked it up and they were closed by 8. So. There's that
wow,
one in the toilet. You can go over there and spread as many germs as you want between 6 and 8.
Between certain hours, right?
Right. Yeah, between 6 a.m. and 8 p.m., but not
Y'all
between.
forgot it's a nocturnal
That's
virus,
gonna flatten. That's gonna flatten the things.
right? Nocturnal virus. It only infects at night.
It's gonna flatten the stuff. Yeah, it only happens at night. It only happens after 8 p.m.
It's funny at Walmart's around my house, and I'm sure it's the same everywhere. Sorry, I'm chewing on a cookie. But the Walmarts around my house, they got people standing out there that it looks like they only let a certain number of people in at a time, right? That's what it appears like.
Yeah,
But I've never-
it does.
But I've never seen them actually stop anyone from going in. I've never seen anybody
Right.
waiting to go in.
From Walmart, I've never seen it. I
Yeah.
did go to a supermarket, kind of. I don't know what you guys have Publix and shit down there.
Yeah.
It's called ShopRite. I went to a ShopRite up here
Sounds
up
like
north,
Save a Lot.
and they were like using an RF scanner gun. You know, the ones that you scan packages with.
Yeah.
They were using it to count customers. So like
So
one
they
person
were
would use
they were
one
counting
RF.
everybody on the way in.
Yeah, no. One person would use what certain people had to exit a certain way and certain people had to enter a certain way. And one person was
Right.
using an RF gun on one side saying, all right, 2 people left. And then the other person was saying, okay, 2 people added.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, I don't like none of this shit. And then I go in there and then I see people going the wrong way on the little one-way lines with the stickers on the floor. This is one
Right.
way. Every damn line I went down was somebody coming the opposite way of the arrows. It was
I actually saw somebody
opposite.
yell at.
It was,
For my
What's
first
up, Sam
time
Report?
ever. For my first time ever, I actually saw somebody yell at other people for you guys are going the wrong way, and I just couldn't help but laugh.
yo, I should do that with a GoPro on my chest with a harness, and just
You should have
be
messed with.
inconspicuous.
You should have messed
be
with
like-
the people behind you going into Walmart, and you should have pretended like the guy was like scanning a code. Like you should have put your wrist up for him to scan.
Yo, when I remember when this shit first happened, Pugface Speedy was out there doing live streams in the Walmart and Sam's Club or whatever. And he was going there and he was taking more packs of toilet paper than they were allowing per person on purpose. And then like he had
Right.
4 and he wasn't getting a great response. So he went back with his 4 and got 2 more to make it 6 instead of 2 per person. And they were saying, you can't, they're not letting us do that much. You can't do that. They're gonna stop you. And like it was funny, dude. It was actually
That's
that was
hilarious.
the point of it, and it was really fucking funny, dude. Everybody had a good time watching that.
Wow. That is funny.
What are you guys up to over there in FL?
Not much. Just a Tuesday night open forum chat. Just wanted to, well, we did a lot of chatting yesterday, to be honest, but
Wow, yeah, we did.
I missed it.
Yesterday was a pretty eventful day. Rogue Nation got detained out there.
Yeah, yep. I heard about it, but I didn't get to see it yet. It's a bunch of bullshit, really. And I think that lawsuit can still be handed in and be successful for what happened.
Well, anytime there's an unlawful detainment, even if there's no arrest, then there can be a lawsuit there.
From what I understand, he asked for a loan and for $50 because he said, "Can I help you?" And as soon as he said it, he said,
the police officer solicited it by saying, "Can I help you in any way?"
Right.
Sure,
he never ever had to come to the police officer and say, "Look, he didn't engage that whole conversation." So
what was that?
I think that he could probably sue for about $2,000. If he could sue $1,000 out of Matos's pocket for just putting his hands on his arms, then I think that he's got $2,000 out of illegal handcuffs.
Unfortunately,
it's from him and separated him from his property.
Seems like that's the only way that you can really affect any change is to write those complaints out. And I'm talking about the federal complaints, the ones that cost money to file, and that either causes them to settle, to not deal with it, or to have to put money into dealing with it. So either way, it seems like only hurting their pocket is the only way.
He didn't get arrested, did he?
No. Well,
so he doesn't have to have a defense. So he's good. He goes right into civil court. Right?
Right. Yes.
That's good. That's fine. But you're right. You're definitely right. If what you're saying is what I think, if I'm misconstruing it, let me know. But like a lot of cops just like to make you go through the attorney process to charge you money. Right.
Yeah, we got a couple.
What they don't know is civil court. You don't need an attorney for that shit.
We got a couple.
Right. You just have to do a filing fee. Go ahead, GA.
We got a couple people in the chat now that I've been trying to get in here to talk with us.
Yeah, jump in.
That might involve us kind of walking them through how that works. But if you just click on the link, it'll direct you to another website. You'll have to set up a little screen name. You'll see a thing that says mic and camera. If you don't want to have the camera on, you can stop the camera and only use the mic. And the same thing with the audio.
If you don't want them to see, you can do that.
If you'd like a little more anonymity, then you're more than welcome to not use the camera. But yeah, I was going to try to get Piner in Florida or Jen Say in here to talk about. Piner in Florida has a federal case in court right now for something that happened to her brother.
Oh, nice.
Back in 2014. So he had a cardiac arrest. His mom called EMS and stuff. They showed up on the scene, but I guess there was no life-saving measures taken. They didn't even show up with equipment and all that kind of stuff. So, and he lost his life in that incident. So, but she's been doing a lot of investigative work trying to find out stuff about this case and find out there's a lot of false reports being written and things being doctored up and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know if I'll be able to get him in here. Looks like Jen's working.
Yeah, I just saw that. I was going to tell you that when you got a break. And who's the other one? Piner, right?
Piner in Florida, yeah.
Oh, let me remind everybody before I forget. A filing fee is usually between $300 and $500 in civil court. So if you feel that you're going to make more than that, it's always worth it to go. You're your own attorney. You bring what you need with you, and you let the judge decide. You don't have to defend for your life for a civil lawsuit. Most attorneys do not take civil lawsuits against people. You have to find a good one who will fight cops. a lot of the attorneys are afraid to fight cops because they want to get these they want to get plea bargains for people, and it's hard to negotiate plea bargains after you sued the prosecutor's office or the state or a town. So just know that you can go civil your own way. You just have to defend yourself against a civil case. I mean, a defendant case.
Yeah,
Criminal
pro
defendant.
se seems to be the way to go.
Right.
And something I've been thinking about a lot lately is just reading more of the complaints, how they're written, and learning to write it out even before you think about filing it. You know what I mean? From what I know, reading Rogue and talking to him, it's a learning process in itself, and it takes a lot of development to get those things on point.
And you did talk to people like Rogue and people like the guy in South Carolina, not News Now, South Carolina, the other guy, Carolina Auditor, or
Yeah, I know the
who is it?
Batusai does quite a few
Batusai,
honor your oath.
yesterday.
Yep.
And then even people like Rogue, who's filed his own lawsuits a number of times, using I'll use one example I know off the top of my head. When he tried to sue DeSoto, he didn't try to sue DeSoto. He tried to sue the two people individually, Matos and Mandy Hines. And I guess he had missed a deadline for one something. He missed a deadline for one piece of the lawsuit against Mandy Hines, so the whole thing was dropped.
Yep.
So even people with experience mess it up and stuff like that.
There's little things that you learn along the way, and something I learned, like, I want to give everybody a little small smidgen of an update, what I can in a second here. But something I learned is, like, for an incident like I had with Triple Canopy Security in Philadelphia, where they pushed Philly News Now out the door and they dumped my shit on the ground. I always get comments. So is there an update for a lawsuit? They are a federal defense contractor, and if you look up federal defense it's hard to find the material that I found, but federal defense contractors are way harder to sue than any police or security company or anything. They're protected they have extra protections. So, like, Triple Canopy Security, I don't know how many people use them for federal buildings across the country, but Philadelphia does. They are a defense contractor for the United States military, really. And
Okay.
yeah, they're like Blackwater, like the ones that got sued and had the whole thing happen in 2006 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
They're no longer there. Triple Canopy took over for them in Iraq when that happened. So, like, when we're talking about these armed guards for federal buildings, it's harder to sue them. They have a lot of stipulations you have to run through, and that's something I found out about Triple Canopy. That's an update in itself. I haven't been able to explain that to people because it's such a long explanation. I still can't explain it entirely, but they are exempt more. A federal contractor is exempt more than any police officer or anybody else. They're sovereign, almost. It would have to be completely a beat down before you could sue a defense contractor. Also, I want to tell everybody, if anybody has ever seen, like, the PGW video, the attack, what's up, Tattooed Cupcake? If anybody's ever seen the PGW attack, like, there's an update to that. Can't talk about it, but just telling you that there's an update is good news.
Hey, speaking of updates, I want to hear about your wallet. Did you ever get your wallet back?
My wallet.
Yeah, wasn't that you that they took your wallet and they never gave it back and they took the $800 out of it, or was that somebody else? Am I thinking of somebody else?
Somebody else.
Oops.
I haven't had a wallet forever. I just walk
That
around
wasn't you?
with
Dang it!
a
Who am I
bank
thinking of?
card. Huh?
I wonder who I'm thinking of then. Somebody that got arrested and they didn't return his wallet.
I didn't get to count, but I want to know how many times the I don't know.
Oh
what
yeah, they
rank.
was shot. You're right.
What
That was Josh.
what rank that guy was at the State House there, Wolfie? How many times did he tell you guys to have a good weekend?
The guy at the State House definitely knew what he was doing was wrong, and you could see it all over his
He was
face.
looking down the whole time.
He was like a puppy that knew he tore the couch up, like, and he almost had a panic attack. But like, I mean, I wonder what would have happened if he would have given me the false arrest for forced entry. Because I always think about that. I don't want a false arrest for forced entry when I could just expose what they're doing. The lawyer's fees
What
for
do
the
you have to prove to
defense
anybody
suck.
by going in there? Really, you know what I mean?
But they did it to everybody. They did it to Auditing America and his crew and shit when they went there, which was after I went to Trenton. Remember when I got pushed out of that door by that guy and he said it's because of the law that we made, me and my sergeant. Oh, what you got?
That's on the inside of my Dove chocolate I just ate. Your
Oh,
vibe
nice.
attracts your tribe.
Wow, nice.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. There you go.
I got this CBD flower, right? Perfectly legal. Right? I got it from the store and it helps me out with my pain from, my body that I've been through in my life. Pretty cool, CBD flower.
Oh, so much for monetizing this. Well, that's all right. Our channel's not monetized anyway, so go for it.
It's CBD flower. What are you talking about, dude? It's
Is
perfectly
it?
legal.
Sure. What's
It
going
is.
on, Josh? Nice of you to join. Is there really such a thing? I didn't know they could extract the THC from.
Wait.
But
You never saw CBD flower?
no, never heard of it.
Are you kidding me? Wait, I need people in the comments to say CBD flower. Or one or two. One, if you know what CBD flower is, it's perfectly legal, and they sell it to help your body feel better. It doesn't get you high. It doesn't.
I believe
It's
you.
CBD flower.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying I thought you were messing. I thought you were messing with me. Look at Save the Human says News Now, South Florida. I can hook you up.
CBD flower.
Yeah,
People
who
know
can hook
about
me
it.
up?
Look it up, man. Google it.
CBD is in hemp. I do know that, but if you see the jar he just held up, Thomas, he actually had buds.
No, that's exactly what it looks like. It's CBD flower. Look it up. Google it. Shit. I mean,
okay.
I don't have time to educate you on this right now, sir.
That's okay.
it's got like
That's
1%. Okay. It's got like 1% THC, which makes it you can like the FDA or whatever the hell it is.
Oh shit! Oh, there goes the neighborhood.
Oh my goodness. He's the untarred, the
No, stop, Wolfie, stop. It's an inside joke that Josh and I started that maybe he'll reveal to us now. Maybe he'll reveal to us now what it is.
Okay. So there's been an ongoing joke with myself and News Now South Florida that Rogue Nation looks like the Gorton's Fisher guy.
Well, he did before he shaved.
Fisherman.
So News Now South Florida was like, "Oh my God, like you should be on the cover of like a tartar sauce bottle." So we made up a T-shirt and superimposed his head on it, and it said, it said Captain Austin's Untarted Sauce, Untarted Territory.
No, it should say no untarted territory.
Yes, that's right.
Gotcha. That is pretty. Well, now it makes sense. I do remember y'all joking about the him looking like he's on a fish stick box or something like that.
If Rogue Nation doesn't like it, then the blame falls onto Paul because it was all his idea. Was forced.
Oh, I'll totally take the blame for that. It's hilarious.
Rogue Nation loves everything. Hey, look, you said you guys aren't monetized yet? All right, I'm going to tell you a short story here. I was out with News Now California and Rogue Nation one time, and Rights Crispy set up the whole freaking thing. He was like, these are the places you want to go, So we did this little travel and shit. And while we were doing it, everybody knows that hangs out with Rogue Nation knows he loves that club music. Boom, 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 the trance shit, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
he's
yeah, he does.
he has it on his CD and it's playing in the car. And News Now California is life exhausted, we'll say, and goes, fucking, this sounds like some major dick sucking music right here. And Captain Awesome goes,
He said,
yeah,
"I
man,
made
that's
it."
why I make my wife listen to it. Yeah, and it was funny as shit, dude. It was like the quickest shit I ever heard. He's like, that's why I make my
Why
wife
I make
listen
my
to it.
wife listen to it. That's funny.
Because I was like, what the fuck is fucking Phil saying? And Rogue cleaned that shit up real quick. He didn't give a fuck. He's the chillest dude I ever met in my life. I love Rogue. Love
Yeah,
that
he's
dude,
pretty
man.
funny.
Hey, Paul.
Yes, sir.
Did you get a phone call yesterday? I mean, you should really calm your dog down if you're pissing
Was
off.
that you? Was that you, you son of a bitch?
I don't know. I mean, I may
Yeah.
have it recorded.
That is
Was that
too
you that
funny.
called the ASPCA on my dog? You motherfucker. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
thought, you know what? Did you, let me ask you a question. Did you also prank call, God, who told me? Maybe Andy Sheets, but I don't think you have his number. It might have been Andy Sheets.
Do you want the list of every auditor that I got last night?
Did you prank Andy Sheets too? Because that's
No. What's his? No.
List of every
Okay.
auditor.
because he called
got-
me and said somebody pranked him, and he thought it was you know
Oh,
who.
list of every
He'd
auditor
be
you
good.
pranked.
He'd be good to get. Yeah, you should get Andy Sheets, man. He'd be
I,
hilarious.
No.
I
Yo.
got.
Like,
No,
I
we
got
thought it was
Auditing
somebody else.
America. I got Auditing America, Big Nick, Pigs Under Pressure, Rights Crispy, News Now South Florida, Joe Orga, Joe Cool, DPN, and then some of my mods I got too. They got super triggered.
That's too funny. I wasn't triggered at all. You can play it. You can play mine. You can play my call if you want. I don't mind.
All right, let me jump out so I can send it to my laptop.
I'm not scared.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, do it. And then we'll play
I
me.
hardly
being
ever-
pranked.
I hardly ever answer unknown phone calls, so that probably would never
so was
work.
it prank app or something?
I don't know. I thought, like I said, I thought it was somebody else that was.
I'm thinking
that
a
was
prank
calling us.
app or something, like where it's does an automated voice like response to people.
Too funny. Yeah, so I thought it was somebody else that pranked me, and I'll set it up a little bit while he's jumping in here.
It's probably
And
So you guys, oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, so Andy Sheets just recently, if anyone watched his channel at all or one of his channels, he recently had an issue with an issue that came back up. That's an old issue with his neighbor and complaining about the dog barking all the time and all of that. So when apparently Josh pranked me talking about the dog barking, and Andy got a prank call that same day or maybe the day before, we thought it was somebody else that was doing that. That's too funny.
there
Just so you know,
are apps
every
out
time-
there. I have one. The
Every
owner's
time you
prank.
bring his name up in a live stream, he's going to make a video about it. So just be careful.
Yeah, Andy Sheets.
Oh, I'm not.
He's like Steve
I'm not-
Carell, is what I
Doesn't
Yeah, I'm
call
not
him.
talking any smack.
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
not talking
what
any
you're saying.
smack.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter
yeah,
what
I
you're
know.
saying. He'll probably
fine.
make a video out of it. But
That's
no, I
fine.
was
If
gonna
you
talk
call
about-
Andy Sheets and you tell him that your
I'm gonna try to
your
stop
name is
talking about
Ian
Andy
and you're
Sheets,
calling from
actually.
prison,
Never mind.
I'm sorry, GA. What's up?
No, I was going to talk about this news they're talking about in the chat about all the stuff that happened in Minneapolis and the officers that got
real
fired out
talk?
there.
Real talk. Oh,
Yes, I don't like to stand around a water cooler all day long. You know.
yeah, I hear you.
I didn't get to see that. Like I heard like a young black man was killed in Minneapolis.
Yeah, they had their knee on his neck, and he was saying he couldn't breathe, and he ended up passing.
Oh, like an Eric Garner. I did see something
Well,
like that.
Josh left. In the
That's
news now, what's
messed
up,
up, man.
Chester County?
Chester, what's up going on, Chester County?
Hey, I just watched that video of the.
We hear you. Indy.
Hey, Indy News.
So Yeah.
So Fox News reported that 4 cops were fired.
Yeah, there needs to be charges filed right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the video from the bystanders who are like begging them, and actually even approaching, wanting to get them off of them, and the other cop is just like depraved indifference. He's like, no, get away, get away. He's just letting the dude. And they're like, dude, he's not. One of them was on the fire department in Minneapolis where this was happening. And he look, I'm on the fire department. We need to check his pulse. This guy is like dying here, and they just.
Truthfully, I haven't watched any videos. I've only seen articles, but yeah, I'm glad they actually fired him and didn't give him a chance to resign and go get a job in another agency somewhere.
I actually on my personal Facebook page, I reposted the video. I'm going to download it and add some commentary to it and post it on my YouTube channel. I mean, it's hard to watch.
It's disgusting.
Just watching this guy, he goes from just begging for his life to just fading out, and he was probably dead before they got him in the ambulance.
In cuffs.
In cuffs.
Cuffs.
In cuffs. He wasn't fighting. I think there was some of the statements that were made. It sounded like maybe there was some crack involved, and okay, so the guy needed. Maybe the guy needed to go to jail. I don't know, but he didn't need to be killed.
I don't think you need to go to jail for crack or whatever.
And people have different opinions on that. Whatever, but the bottom line is he didn't need to be killed.
He was murdered at the hands of a police official with a knee on the neck, stifling his carotid artery. And he was executed.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was executed on camera.
It was hard to
say. He was executed.
Yeah.
That's terrible, man.
It is sick. They are out every day earning the hate, and we're going to see a bloodbath here in the United States. This is sick.
Be careful. Everybody who says that, they're considering people to be part of the Boogaloo movement or some shit. If I saw that shit correctly earlier this week, people who are
we don't need to
the
reference
Second
that.
Amendment, people who are threatening to take law enforcement.
I'm not threatening anybody. I'm just making a prediction.
I didn't threaten.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
of it is enough.
I'm just a well-armed pacifist. You want to come on my property, dude? Take that on.
Yeah. I'm not making any threats. I'm just making a prediction.
I'm down with breaking to the electric boogaloo.
All I'm saying is electric boogaloo. All I'm saying is, look, I get it. There are states out there, especially Indiana, if they have no right to come in your home, you can shoot a cop dead.
Yep.
But
that's where I live.
But the cops don't even know the law about public photography.
Right.
Yeah. So if they fucking think that you are just for shooting their partner, good luck, bro. They're coming with the fucking squad. Bop, 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 bop. You're signing your death warrant. So don't even say that shit.
Why you have
unless you're willing to die afterwards, then you're taking one, but you're gonna die.
That's why you have to have extra magazines, dude.
What I'm saying is they will not stop. They will unload departments after departments, and then after it goes through court, they will say, oh, this guy did have the right to kill the guy, but we all came together to make sure he was dead.
Yep.
And you're gonna be dead, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you're dead.
Yeah, and again, I'm not making any statement whether I'm for or against all this. I'm just saying it's going to happen.
Find a cop that thinks it's legal to kill his partner, and I will fucking pay you 100 fucking grand right now. If it takes me fucking 15 years to do it.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
Your money stays.
What's up, Crispy?
No.
Rice Crispy in the house.
Crispy Crispers. What's
All right, so
old
let's
Crisper doing?
take a quick pause from the serious talk and give Josh the floor to play a quick soundbite of him prank calling me last night.
All right. Hello, Leslie.
First of
hello
all, you
to
should
everybody
lie
I missed.
because you have a dog. But
Hello to
anyways, here you
everyone.
go.
Hello. Hello? Hello. This is John, your neighbor. I've got a bone to pick with you. You hear me? Yes. Your stupid dog was barking all night last night. You think that's acceptable? I don't have a dog. Don't play dumb with me. I didn't get a wink of sleep. You know that? Hello? Why aren't you saying anything? Hello? I'm really ticked off by this. Can't you switch pets or something? Like get a cat? What is I can't hear you over this barking noise. Look, I don't know what's going on there. I just want it quiet. Do you want me to come shut him up myself?
So I basically didn't even say anything. Oh, that's me.
I don't have a dog.
No, you were the major pass of everyone.
Yeah.
Big Nick got upset that they told him he had Chinese food waiting and he didn't have Chinese food waiting and he got very, very triggered.
I called him at the wrong time. Yo, Crispy figured out, hey, this doesn't sound right. I'm going to stay silent and see what happens and see if this is a bot. I see what happened there. One time, like whenever I hear those things, I'm like, are you a robot? And they say some stupid shit, and I'm like, yeah, you're a robot, bro.
Yeah. It cut over top of me once right near the beginning, and that's when I kind of just stopped talking to it. It's pretty funny. But that's funny that you took the time to prank everybody, Josh. We really appreciate that.
Listen, that's what I'm here for. I mean, what would it wouldn't be a community without stuff like that.
And that's why I called you today.
Right? Yeah, Rice Crispy. That's why I called you today. Rice Crispy asked, "Did you play mine already?" We didn't play it yet, Crispy. I think Wolfie might have heard it somewhere else.
I mean, I liked his because I made an angry girl. It's supposed to be a girl calling another girl saying, "Keep your hands off my man," but you got this girl telling Rice Crispy to keep his hands off her man. So it's pretty funny. But I think Big Nick he got triggered the most, I guess. Except one of my mods lost their shit. They threatened death.
Yeah, I want to hear the Big Nick one, man. That's my boy. I want to hear him get.
All right, here's Big Nick.
Here's Big Nick being pranked by Josh.
So, have any of you guys heard the Turkey Boys?
Yeah, the Turkey Boys.
All right.
Your phone is ready. Wrong number. Yeah, you ordered a 3 salmon, 2 wonton soup. You have to come here to pick up, you know. All right, I'm coming. What? Are you trying to play games with me? No, I'm coming. Wait a minute. You're the mother a-hole person who's been calling all week and making the big order, right? Yeah. Every time you make the order, you don't come pick up. We know who you are, Chloe. Yeah. You are not going to get away with it. I already had your number to the police station, okay? You are going to be very big trouble. Okay. You are going to run your rest in the court. Nobody mess with a bucket. If you call back here one more time, I will deal with you myself, okay? Okay. Hey, why you acting? Why you acting this thing?
I love
What
that.
did he say at the end?
What's the matter with you? Why'd your accent change? It was a recording. It wasn't me calling live. It was an app that I got. So, oh
You
man,
didn't get that trigger.
Yeah, that was
wasn't
funny.
that
He
bad.
kept going with it. He was like, all right, what's
Listen-
next?
listen-
What you gonna say
listen-
next?
you guys know Joe Orga, right?
No.
Isn't that? Yeah, I know who it is. What's his channel's name?
Breaking the Flaw.
Breaking the Flaw. That's it.
Oh
Breaking the
yeah,
Flaw.
yeah.
Okay, he
Right.
actually lost his shit. Like he fucking flipped out and He got really upset.
That's what happened
Oh,
to
that's too
Philly
funny.
News Now.
Don't play his. We don't want to. We don't want to play anyone getting mad, and don't do that.
Oh, he got really upset by the prank.
I think we got a little bit of a problem here, my dog. What? Well, why you been calling my girlfriend late at night?
I'm muting you. I'm muting you. I don't want to. I don't want anyone to get mad because it's something we're putting on this channel. If he got really mad, I don't want him to get upset and embarrassed by whatever call you made.
Somebody did this to me, and I'll play that shit for everybody on my community.
All right, you're back, AFA, but don't play that. Don't play that one.
All right, I won't play that one. I'm just kidding.
Oh man, that's funny.
Piner, see you later. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, you know, Josh, they got everybody following you up there in Massachusetts, man. I feel bad for you
Rice
guys.
Krispie says to play his. Rice Krispie wants you to play his.
We did,
Play
right?
his? No, I
Josh.
can't. You know what? I can't because it's not sent to myself. It's not. I got the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody
All right.
press one if you're
Who
enjoying
was the
yourself
first
here.
guy? Who was the first guy?
Me. It was me.
That was Paul.
Oh, I thought the first one was Rice Krispie call.
No,
Only
the
Rice
first one.
Rice Krispie. Just he was all right. The funniest one, I think, like it was definitely Joe Orga because he was into it. He didn't think that it was a prank, and he was just like, "I'm not banging your girlfriend. I haven't called anyone in 3 weeks."
I'm
not banging anyone, damn it.
I own it prank
I
some
know
good
it's not
people.
me. I know it's not me because I'm not banging anyone.
It couldn't have been me. I haven't had sex in 3 years.
I did my old Danish boss got an ownage prank call. I have to dig that shit up. Yeah, that shit was funny. You know the little Danish accent. He's a little short guy.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's
And
Lulu.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not your neighbor. And then I had fucking like some kid that's always drunk and fucking high that I used to know from like childhood. And like I called him up and he was like, "Look, motherfucker, like I didn't fucking call you." He's getting all mad.
I can't play it, but you know Pigs Under Pressure, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't know that.
His partner, Pig Watch Pup. I did the same one, the Flulu. "Hi, this is Flulu, your neighbor. You're being so loud. What's the matter with you?" And he lost his shit like bad. So I sent it to him. He's like, "Some guy keeps calling me." He's like, "Oh, he's like an asshole."
That's funny. I had one of me. I'm gonna share it on my community. So my friend tried to do it to me like 5 years ago and shit, and I was like, "Are you a robot? Are you a robot? Are you a robot?" But you didn't answer me. But are you a robot?
GA's on break. Our conversation digressed.
Where's Rice Krispie? Rice Krispie, bring y'all fucking
right
quarantined ass in here.
Is he quarantined right now?
No, he's quarantined under Samuel Adams. That's about it. Bring Samuel Adams ass in here right now. Rice Krispie, stop being the bad boy. You come here now.
Hey, Indy, I'm gonna be in Indiana on the 3rd. I'll be there for 9 days.
Like June 3rd?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. We're in Indiana.
I don't want to give my location on air because I don't want to give the cops a heads up. But
okay,
I'll be in your vicinity.
Okay, go to my channel and on my about page there's a place to email me.
All right, sounds good. I'll be meeting up with Bronson and Hoosier. I think they got your info as well.
Oh yeah.
Always remember that Josh has a biggest hater group against auditors. Like that New England area has like this whole fucking hater group that like I feel so bad. Like I wish I had his little hater fan club.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it because they come and
it's money. It's money.
They think like, here's what I'll do. I'll go to the video, I'll watch it, and I'll give them a thumbs down. Like the thumbs down don't matter, the views do. And every single time they post a video about me, my shit spikes. Fuck it.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Any publicity is good publicity. I want the article. I want like the little the police article. Like, look at this asshole. Blah blah blah. His name's Wolfie. He just antagonizes cops. I want that police article out there so that they can all come and I can say, delete, 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 delete. Thanks for watching.
We got the I believe it might be Lowell PD, but we have the scanner running. Someone was going static, and we wanted to see like what the response. Actually, it wasn't Lowell. I forget which one it was, but I got the recording. They go on the fucking radio, and then they go, "Fucking Abrams is here. Go to channel 2."
Actually, you need to know this. Thumbs down is actually good because it's engagement. It counts the same in their algorithm as a thumbs up.
Cool.
Yeah, they don't understand that.
Which is great.
Yeah, the thumbs down's good because it makes it polarizing.
Yep.
I don't know if these retards that are giving us thumbs down understand what the word polarizing means, but it means that it is equally affecting one thought as it is another thought. So it could be positive and negative. Hey, half the people see it this way and half the people see it that way.
But they
That's
all
called drama. YouTube loves drama. When you give it the fucking thumbs down and it equals your thumbs up, or even heightens above it, you're helping the shit out of the drama of our channel, and it's making views. YouTube loves it. So
what they don't understand is 20 to 30 seconds counts as a view. So I put like my intro, which is 7 seconds, and I put 2 juicy clips right in the beginning, and they'll get to that part to see what an asshole I am, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna screw him." Like, you just watch 20 seconds. You are a view now. Thank you.
Like Rage Kiss said, they watch every second. They watch every second.
Yo.
I unsubbed. No, you didn't. Stop lying. I'll see you next video, bro, because you want to dissect my video to see if I did one thing wrong. Man, F you, bro. Go kill yourself. And come back next time.
Y'all can anybody hear me?
Oh,
yeah. I'm there. I got you.
Sounds like a really good case for all the people walking around calling us frauditors to be sitting here talking about how YouTube likes views or whatever. But there's a lot of people in the chat that are trying to get back to talking about other stuff. Like people are asking questions and asking me to step in for what it's. People are losing interest for some reason. I guess.
Losing interest for what, though?
What do they want to talk about?
Just talking about I consider it auditor gossip.
Yeah, people love that shit. I don't understand it. We're not rock stars, bro. Like, we're not Axl Rose. Come on.
No, I'm saying the people that are in here aren't really trying to hear all that right now, from what I'm reading.
Crazy, man. Yeah, people are weird. There's people weird in every. I didn't get it when I first entered this shit. I was like, yeah, I entered this shit because of all the support I saw. But then, just support and comments, like, yo, thank you for what you do and shit like that. But then, I saw how, like, when it changed, I saw it change drastically. Like, the trolls, there's like different groups of trolls. There's like, I
want to talk about trolls.
What you do, and I support auditing, but so I call them the butt trolls. Like, don't be a butt troll, man. Stop it. You don't obviously support what I do and shit if you're gonna talk shit after that.
So what about the pandemic and how I kind of feel like it's causing like the same thing that happened for first responders for 9/11 with the medical community. Like they won't be able to do any wrong from this point on, and that kind of stuff.
I'll still stand by
H1N1
in 2010. If anybody researches the numbers of deaths, was probably about the same number as we're at now, and we didn't do the shit that we did then. And that's all I have to say about that. Anybody else can.
No, I'm talking about like the after 9/11, first responders and police officers became heroes no matter what they did and can never do any wrong. I feel like that's kind of what's happening in the
But it's
medical
into the
community.
medical field. But the medical field has been heroes. They've been emptying
And I
like
would say
shit
you can't.
trays and stuff from people in the hospital. That's hero shit, dude. I could never be a nurse or a doctor and have to empty some like 85-year-old ladies like shit tray. What do they call it? I don't know, bedpan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, that's hero right alone, right there, dude. If you're a nurse, or even if you go to somebody's house and shower an older person and stuff for money, you're a hero, bro. Like straight up, it's always been that way. But now they're heroes. Get the hell out of here. They've been heroes, but now they're heroes because they supported this thing.
So all of them are automatically heroes. Nobody can ever do any wrong that is in the medical field, is what you're saying.
Oh no, nobody can be labeled an actual hero. But I think what they do is more heroic than anything a firefighter or a police officer does.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm talking about the generalization of it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I was watching a documentary today called Diagnosis, and it's about these people with these rare disorders and diseases and syndromes and stuff like that, and them trying to get diagnosed. But it talks a lot about how they've went for years and years and years with no answers. You know what I mean?
The word diagnose makes it weird, right?
I'm not trying to get on the topic of just talking about the pandemic. I'm just talking about like
diagnosis.
Labeling people heroes in general.
Diagnosis. First off, everybody has to remember that people in the medical field are part of a practice. That's what it's referred to as. And you look it up and you go farther back and you find out. But whatever. So, diagnosis, though, I want to get to that point real quick. I remember watching a skit one time. I forget who made this skit. It's called the retarded test. And if you go to YouTube and you search it in, it's pretty funny. Like the dude gives them trick questions, like if a yellow house is yellow and a green house is green, or what color is the White House, or some shit. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of trick shit, right? And he's like, "Oh no, you're retarded," right? The doctor said, right? So he goes, "Wait, did you just call me retarded?" And he goes, "No, I diagnosed you retarded." And it's a funny skit, but it does point out that a diagnosis can change your life, right? And he's like, "Here's these pamphlets, and you might want to read them before I give you this medicine that I'm going to give you." And shit, like it. All right, so the point I'm trying to get at is these doctors and shit. Like, who could ever trust these doctors anyway, right? Like, I'm diagnosing you bipolar, and you're going to take this medicine, this medicine, this medicine. And then you take those medicines, and it messes up your brain, and it changes you, and you're like, I'm bipolar now, right? So, like, that's my point of view. Sorry to anybody who feels
so no, you're good, but you just touched on how you can't just, like we've been saying, a lot, blindly trust everybody. Isn't there some kind of a problem with just labeling everybody a hero just because of the profession that they
right
do?
I'm not saying that all doctors are heroes. Like, I'm saying
it's more heroic what they
like
do.
This.
Yeah, what they do is more heroic than what everybody else gets labeled as a hero for.
He doesn't know he's muted.
I didn't know he was muted either.
I muted you, Wolfie. Listen, does anybody else have something to comment or say to GA other than Wolfie constantly monopolizing the conversation? What do you think, Indy? What do you think about this concept that GA is putting out there, that maybe we're starting to I don't know, not immortalize, but we're putting these hospital workers in a pedestal, if you will, on a pedestal, just because they're at their job doing their work? What are your thoughts on that?
I think there's a lot of it going on, but I think there's also beginning to be pushback. There was this trend, I think it was on TikTok. I don't do TikTok, but heard about it, where nurses and doctors were, putting together these dance routines to put on TikTok. It's like, okay, if you got it so hard, how do you have time to put all this big fancy choreographed routine together to be dancing on here? If it's as bad as you say it is, you wouldn't have time to do that. You'd be busy doing all this stuff. So, I think there's a little bit of pushback on it as well. But I don't think you should label anybody as a hero just because,
unless they do something heroic,
right? Unless they do something just because of the job that they happen to have. I mean, what about the guys or guys and gals who are delivering food for Grubhub? I mean, okay, now they're heroes because they're helping people stay inside. Because that's right. Because staying inside is so important.
Right.
Baloney. Anyway.
Something else I thought is interesting too.
Right.
My sister read an article on us all being the capital cattle here, getting ready to go back to work and stuff like that. What's that make y'all feel like? To know that we're just I guess we kind of already knew that. I've felt like cash cows. I felt like that for a long time, and it's even got me starting to look into employee rights and employee like right to work law and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, my wife works at a medical facility. She works in a pediatrics building, and they just, I want to say last week, Thursday or Wednesday, I don't know, at a meeting, they talked about how because they're having to add extra steps to everything that they're doing for check-in and all this other crap. They want the front desk people, my wife being one of them, to clock in, I think 7 minutes early, or 7 minutes before 8 every day, but it won't be paid. It'll be, you have to be here clocked in, but it won't be paid. And they're not giving them a 15-minute break every 4 hours or whatever. And I told her I'd have to look into what exactly Florida laws are about that stuff, but certainly the clocking in without being paid, that's insane.
I was reading something. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, what you do is you go ahead and do them one better, clock in 8 minutes early, and you get paid for the 15.
And even,
there you go.
Even
like South Florida. I got one for you. Why don't you go there and fucking clean somebody's clock and say, yo, don't stop mistreating my wife, y'all. I'm gonna piss all over your desk and shit in your coffee.
That doesn't sound like me.
Yeah, that sounds more like
or even down to
people don't know this side of me. They're like, you're so composed in your videos.
They're not supposed to be higher based on age and race and all that other kind of stuff, but every application asks you what your age is and whether you're like a U.S. citizen and what your marital status is, all that kind of stuff. So Lion One made a good point in the comments talking about people in hospital. Where's the other one?
I keep forgetting.
Not this one. This one. This one?
No. It's the one before that, I think, but it keeps going up. He was saying something about people being labeled heroes for doing one heroic act. No, I'll find it.
Big time heroes, man. Big time heroes.
Josh, are you still here? Are you just sitting back listening, Josh, or are you not here right now?
I'm here. I was typing something up. I'm with it. I'm here.
What say thee? Do you have any comments about this concept that GA is proposing that maybe hospital workers are getting more credit than is due?
I think anybody can be heroic versus being heroes. Heroes is like a classification. Like, I think the first responders are doing more of the important work. Like, we have a guy that's local here. He died of drowning. Now, the family had to get him ready for burial and all that stuff, and they wound up getting his death certificate. Now, he was a healthy 40-year-old man. He drowned in a pool after drinking too much. Cause of death was ruled COVID-19. You know, they got
Yeah.
$19,000 credit for that. So these doctors can be just as nefarious and criminal in action as police officers can. That can be anybody. I think that the first responders, the EMTs, are heroic in action, but I think that they're pushing this narrative where the same as GA said, 9/11, the police were heroes, and right now during COVID, the first responders are heroes. That's a narrative we need to believe. Comfortable, just sit at home, and then when we question the government and we go outside, they say, "Oh, you know what? We're sorry about that. Here's a $1,200 stimulus check. Go buy yourself a flat screen. We'll see you in 2 weeks."
So the comment that I was talking about is from Islander fan. It says people don't realize that a person is usually labeled a hero for one heroic act. What about those who do those things day in and day out? So, to help somebody out one time, doesn't necessarily constitute a hero either.
Well, a hero doesn't get paid for it. A hero doesn't get paid for it.
That's a good point too.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think what you just read is kind of what Josh just said. Because he said, there's a difference between being classified a hero and doing something heroic.
I mean, let's look at the calls these guys go on. Like, here's the thing. We have restaurants that say, most places are closed. There's a Subway within your vicinity. You want to go get something to eat. Let's look at the calls that these EMTs are going on. I guarantee you Subways is serving more Italian footlongs than the EMTs are going on calls. Does that make the guy at Subway a national treasure? I mean, no, but they're doing something brave. They're doing something heroic that they don't need to be doing.
It depends on how stoned I am when I get my sandwich.
Josh is right. That dude could furlough himself and keep his job. He could say, look, I'm afraid of the pandemic and I can't be fired for this. And I want to take 4 weeks off. And they can't fire him, because he could probably come back at him, right? But they keep doing their fucking job. So, and good for them. But I will say this, that I've been called a hero in comments. And
Go to the one from Jennifer Say right before that. That says
I've been called
cops or people who are heroes don't usually go to work thinking they're going to be heroes.
I've been called a hero in comments before, and I don't like it because I'm not a hero. I'm a guy that just records what happens every day. But what I'm recording, they can see I'm recording them. If I was doing anything to them without the recording, it would be worse. I'm not a hero, bro. I'm not even giving you the full exposure because I have a camera in my hand.
From personal experience, I'll explain something, right? I know a lot of you guys do the same thing. I travel all over the country doing this type of work. I've been tested for COVID multiple times. I've never got it, right? Now, my father goes into a nursing home facility, a rehab facility after a fall. He tests negative for COVID when he goes in. While he's in the facility, he contracts COVID from one of our heroes, one of our frontline workers. So I call afterwards and I say, hey, listen, do you have it contained? And he's like, yes, we have it contained. I said, well, if you know about the problem, that means you knew it existed beforehand, but you still allowed my father to come in there because that's, telling people, sorry, we have COVID in here. That's not a great business model because you're not using COVID to generate money, and at the end of the day, he almost wound up dying. He went to another rehab facility and now he's back in the ICU. He didn't get COVID from me. I travel all across the country. He got COVID from a first responder. People think that it's not just as flatline as these guys are just going out and saving the universe. A lot of them are putting themselves at risk, but it's just not as clear cut as that.
Yeah, it's real. It's not fake. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. It's happening, but it's just not that big. It's not as big as H1N1 even.
It's empty. We went to a friggin' facility in Vegas, and on the website, on the city website, they say it's for mental health facilities. Is what this place is supposed to be. Now we go there, and it's like an undercover COVID testing facility. And one of the sanitizers comes out, and he finally answers our questions. They tried to get us to leave. I said, "How many people can this place house?" And he goes, "Thousands, as many as it needs to." And I'm like, how much does it cost to run? He's like, the budget is crazy. I said, how many patients do you have inside? He goes, 88. I said, how many have COVID? He says 4. This place is built to house thousands of people, but there's only 4 COVID patients. It's empty. Like, where is this money going?
Right.
It's not. It's no secret that this is generating revenue for people. Someone gets shot on a drive-by in the middle of broad daylight, and they rule cause of death of COVID.
It is crazy. And I saw your video when you were in North Vegas, because I used to live out there, just north of Centennial Boulevard, and I lived right out by the Sheep Range, the top mountain, north, but by Aliante Casino, and damn it, I forgot my point. Whatever, let's move on.
If I can
my point was, it was a shame that the whole shit shut down when you went to Vegas.
to talk about something that happened in I think it was last year. The news article is updated on the 1st of August, but it happened in New Jersey. Oh, South Carolina, excuse me. I'm just going to read the article. It's been a year of crippling emotion for Cindy and Paul Tarashuk, a year since the death of their 26-year-old son named Paul. Talking about him gets me really upset, Cindy said to CBS News. Talking about this stuff gets me angry. Paul Tarashuk had a schizoaffective disorder, suffering delusions and hallucinations, but he was getting on with his life until one night last September when he had a psychotic breakdown traveling along a highway in Orangeburg County, South Carolina. Parked for a roadside break, a trucker suddenly saw Tarashuk walk toward him naked. The trucker took off, but as he drove down the interstate, he realized Tarashuk was riding on his rig and called 911. Officers from 3 different law enforcement agencies responded. Feedback.
Phone was ringing.
My bad, I was reading. My bad.
Officers from 3 different enforcement agencies responded, including Orangeburg County Sheriff's Deputy Clifford Dorowski, who was certain Tarashuk was high or drunk. Dorowski's body camera recorded what happened when EMS arrived. They asked Tarashuk if he spoke English. He didn't answer the first responders, who berated and cursed at him. I'm being effing serious. I'm sleepy. Give me your damn name so I can go home. For real, I'm tired, one of the first responders said. They shove an ammonia capsule in his nose. He didn't flinch. At that point, someone should have stepped up and said, we got to take him in someplace. He's not just someone to let go. As troubling as it was to watch how the ambulance crew was treating Tarashuk during the call, it's even more disturbing to watch the sheriff's deputy after. The deputy put Tarashuk into his cruiser and drove him 15 miles to a closed gas station near the county line. Surveillance video outside the gas station captured Tarashuk the last time he was seen alive. He had no shoes, no phone, and no idea where he was. I'm just watching him walk to his death. He was escorted by an officer to his death, Cindy said. From there, Tarashuk ended up back on the same highway where he was hit by a car nearly 5 hours later. The same EMS crew was called to deal with Tarashuk again, but this time he was dead. In a toxicology report, he was clean. So this guy just had like schizophrenic issues. The first responders show up and berate him because he probably didn't understand what was going on. And then a cop drives him to the county line and drops him off at a old gas station and just leaves him there.
Of course.
That's your heroes right there.
Well, that's the fucking blue line heroes. I mean, they serve and protect themselves. I mean,
yep. Another thing that's got to be pointed out too is like I keep pointing out why do you need 10 officers on a warrant arrest with the subject and one other person? Why do you need 10 people at a Baker Act? 10 officers. Well, that's more
because
people
they're
that
scared.
they get. That's more people.
That's
it's beyond that. It's more people they get to corroborate whatever story that they're coming up with, the narrative that they get to push. That's all the extra witnesses that they need.
Ever since that freaking phone call, my volume has been sucking.
I like that point though that GA just made, that cops they use the number of them on a stop as a tool to collaborate their false narrative. So if they go to court and it's just one or two cops that say this is what happened, that doesn't hold as much weight.
Also, why if one of us peons out here works a job and does something shady, like the lady, there's a lady that a black guy was trying to get her to leash her dog in the park, and she called 911 and complained that he was harassing her. Well, the video ended up going viral because he recorded it, and her job ended up first putting her on suspension and then inevitably firing her over it. Why is it that now I don't agree with what she did, but see how easily she lost her job over something that simple?
She actually,
how is it that a first responder has to go jump through all these hoops before they get held accountable?
The union, that's why. But that was a little more serious than that, because she was sounding very hysterical on the phone and said that this guy was threatening her life.
Yeah, I understand it was.
And so there, she was hoping, and this black guy or African American man is threatening my life, and so she's trying to play on the whole, skin color thing, and then she's acting like she's in hysterics, like she's getting scared. And she was working at a place where they were supposed to be taking care of these dogs, and she mistreated the dog too in the video. And that's why she lost her job. It's because of all that.
Oh yeah, that chick was funny though, man. Like how like I see that every day when I record. So it was like to the guy that recorded it, because he doesn't do what we do.
Yeah.
He was probably like really freaked out by her reaction, right?
Yeah. He did a good job.
I'm like, oh, it's like every other snowflake, but she's sitting there yanking her dog and choking it. Yeah. Like not paying attention to her dog, and like then calling like I'm gonna tell them it's a black man. You know what? That's scary, dude. Like to be a black person, and then like I'm gonna tell them there's an African American male that is threatening me and my dog in Central Park.
He did the right thing.
It is scary, dude. I couldn't even imagine. I'm not a black male.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so
he did a great job. He videoed it well, and then he got out of there.
They both got out of there.
Yeah. So, and then he posted it, got it online.
And she lost her job and her dog. Good. Fuck her.
So that's
I hate hate. I can't stand hate. If you're not gonna hate, man, don't hate. Don't bring race into it. I hate it when the commenters come into my shit and say, it's always the black security guards or something. No, it's white security guards, black security guards, Asian security guards, Spanish security guards. People are triggered by the camera. It's a camera thing. It's not a race thing. And let's get the fucking shit straight. And if you say that shit, I will delete it. And I don't give a fuck, about First Amendment. I don't have the First Amendment on YouTube. I can't say fuck you for 5 hours straight on YouTube and get monetized or whatever the fuck they want me, or even get my video deleted. So I can't say whatever I want on YouTube. I can't say the thing is fake, right? I can't say that because
you could say it. They just won't. They just won't let you earn money off of it. That's all.
You talking about
no, I can't say the thing boogeyman disease is fake.
Beer virus.
Oh, say that it's fake.
The invisible boogeyman is what I call it.
Yeah,
right. The invisible boogeyman is what I've been calling it. And if they try to construe that into whatever they want, that's on them.
An invisible enemy
is a bunch of I've been good with the invisible boogeyman. I haven't said the C word or the two C.
Well, we did say it a couple of times, but that's okay.
Well, beer.
Thank you, Jennifer. That was the point. Is why are they held? So the union protects the police so they can't get fired, but why are they held to a completely different standard from the rest of society?
Because they're the ones holding the standard.
I just love how the government's making a profile on every one of us. as we speak. They watch every Instagram, every Facebook, every Twitter, every YouTube, everything that we have, and everything. They know more about us than we do because everything that we did, we forgot about, but they have it on file. So they're like, this is the kind of person, this is their trajectory, this is how they go. Like they're making a profile on every one of us, and it's happening. And you're gonna figure it out later when you're like, damn, he was right. I should have listened.
Hey, so what happened to Jennifer? Is she out of work? Was she the one that said she was out at 10 and was going to jump on the panel? Or was that
Was
or
that
was
you,
that
Jennifer?
Piner? I don't know, but they're both right here. But
Piner
neither of you
ran.
were on the panel.
She said she's
Come
at
on,
work, or she would have
Piner,
talked
you're
in
a
here.
great, awesome supporter.
She's
You're
probably
always
doing
there.
a
Everybody's
an OTC viewing like I used to do,
What does that mean?
an on the clock viewing.
Yes, I muted you. Sorry, Wolfie. God.
Gift of gab, that guy, huh?
Well, he seems a little more jaded today than usual. I don't know if he had a bad day. I think I don't know.
Is he
It's
bringing
pretty
your
negative.
mood down?
You need to put yourself in a
He's
happy.
smiling. Look
happy
at him. He's smiling. He's drinking
Yeah.
his whiskey.
It's what he's drinking instead of smoking.
I think he's doing both. If I had to guess.
Oh, she works 3 jobs, she says. So.
Oh man.
All 3 of them are essential too, I guess, right?
Well, they're essential enough for her to still have them.
Yes, sir.
So we got about 15 minutes left here, guys. If anyone wants to jump in and say hi, or let me unmute Wolfie. I forgot about him over there. If anyone wants to jump in and say hi, or if anyone wants to jump in and say anything, ask a question, whatever. You got about 14 minutes left before we're closing the panel.
Don't get it twisty, Wolfie. We love you, man.
Hey, I just want to say that News Now South Florida is a tyrant. He controls your freedom of. He controls your freedom of speech.
Or maybe one of those jobs was fighting government corruption. Maybe, maybe that's what she meant when she said 3 jobs. Maybe she's got 2 like actual jobs and she clocking in for her 3rd.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah.
I consider this a 3rd job too. So
I think I've got a new line I'm going to drop on next comp and ask them why I'm videoing. I'll tell them, well, I've been tasked with documenting police officers that are doing a good job, and so far I haven't been able to find any.
Yeah, just be like, can you point me in the direction of any of those?
Yeah.
Here's my business card. If you meet any of them in your work, you tell them to give me a shout.
Yeah.
That's funny. I like that. That's a good idea. I just want to do a complete 100% honest audit one time and just go in and just be like, yeah, I'm here to see how many of you guys are going to act like idiots because I have a camera. So, and just see how they take it.
I saw somebody do that. I'm trying to remember who it was. It was last year. Somebody did something like that. Who was it? Doggone it. It was hilarious.
I came out with this idea last year, News Now South Florida, but I never did it, right? Like when they said, like, is that a camera? Or like, why are you recording? And I'll be like, I'm not recording. This is my idiot receiver. Or like, this is like,
my idiot
like my
working already.
I'm not recording.
Jen's trying to find out how to get on.
Jen is? Okay, so hold on a second.
You got to go to the link that he just put in there.
Right there, Jen.
Like Rogue Nation, I think he said it was a surfboard or an ice cream cone maker or something.
It was
Rogue was awesome on that one. He was like, a camera? No, this is an ice cream maker. You want a cone?
All right. So anyway, hold on a second, guys. So,
and
it works.
Thomas Malone, I'm in Winter Haven actually, but Polk County. There she is.
Right.
Okay, I think I did it.
Yeah, she
Jenny
did.
has arrived.
She made her way.
What's up,
What's
Jen?
up,
Yeah, I'm
Jen?
in the alcohol aisle.
How appropriate.
There you
Nice.
go.
That's my favorite
How
aisle.
appropriate. Yeah.
Okay, so
Where's
does
the
anybody-
craft beer?
That's the aisle over. I'm in the liquor aisle.
She knows what aisle it's at too.
It's one of those states
No,
where you
I
can
don't
have
even
liquor in
drink.
the grocery store, I guess,
Okay,
huh?
so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my story if you guys care.
All right.
Okay, so about 2 years ago, my daughter and I, well, my whole family, lived in Polk County, Florida. My daughter decided at the age of 14 that she wanted to disclose that she had been sexually molested for the last 4 years
Oh.
by my husband, who also was their adopted father. Anyway, Polk County completely screwed up their investigation, pushed us through the ringer, and I worked in trauma, so I knew certain questions to ask and what to say, and the police still told me no, of course. They refused to do a SANE exam on her, which is basically a rape kit. And then, so we went through all the legal actions and whatever. The police pushed over 5 felony charges. He failed the polygraph and left the state within 24 hours of failing the polygraph. So in the interim of this, the DA interviewed her, which was not needed because I come to find out that the district attorney in Florida, in Polk County, only prosecutes charges in which the perpetrator actually confesses. So if you don't confess, you don't get prosecuted, right?
Wow.
So, yeah. So hey, everybody just says, no, I didn't do it. So the state of Florida basically washed their hands of it. They also denied my daughter an advocate, which by law, I'm sorry, I'm going to move my camera around. By law, is one of the victim's rights that she is supposed to get. I was told by the police in an email that that is my job to be my daughter's advocate, which of course I was. Then some other things happened as well. The state of Tennessee interviewed him. Of course, he was caught lying. Florida said, oh, well, he actually has to admit guilt, not caught lying, doesn't count. Blah, 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 fast forward. Currently, I am now working on some things trying to take Polk County down and the DA because on their Facebook page, they like to block comments and hide comments in which goes against our First Amendment right. And when I don't know if anybody's ever seen Grady Judd's Facebook.
I bet you GA has.
I talk about it all the time.
I bet he has too.
Talk about it all the time. And thank you for actually making it in here too.
They put the most ridiculous things about their perpetrators. I don't know. Last week was she's probably dating a boy named Sue, or look at those pants, or wait, last week it was something about somebody stealing cattle, and all the comments were, don't we hang cattle ranchers or cattle thieves, or I can't even keep up with how much ridiculousness goes on in that page. Well, anyway, I comment, and of course I get blocked. Other people get blocked. I do public requests, and of course they actually send me proof where they hide my comments. I have 51 pages of them hiding my comments along with other people's comments.
Wow.
So, I've asked the DA for a copy of their policy. They refused to give it to me on their why they block comments. And the sheriff's office said it's their Facebook and they can block whatever they want.
But that's not true. If it's a public page created by a public entity.
Yeah, not so much.
And that is correct. Which
They do it under the
I'm
guise
trying to
of Facebook policy,
and
I
figure
believe,
out
though.
what my next avenue
Doesn't
is.
matter.
Right now, right now I have currently 51 pages, not of just my comments, but other people's comments that they have blocked. Doesn't have cursing in it, doesn't have anything bad. It's just not towards their agenda, of course.
Yeah, there could be some trouble there.
An overwhelming thing I've seen is that police are protecting pedophiles, dude. It's weird.
Yeah, and I think it's funny too
Well,
that
first of all, they totally screwed up my daughter's investigation. They interviewed her 6 times before they even called me. 6 different men interviewed my daughter before I was even called.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think it's crazy that they can get forced confessions for murders and stuff like that, but they can't convince a guy who actually did something
I tried
to
to get
confess.
a lawyer, sue the police. They wanted 15. One lawyer was going to take it. He wanted $15,000 up front, but
I'm not going to be happy if their plan is to sit outside all the time.
I mean, that's why I've been talking to cops. When I talk to cops now, I ask them if they ever touched a kid, because the way they protect pedophiles, like I see it online. I see. I don't know. I don't want to make this thing something that gets shadow banned or whatever. But
Yeah.
the way I see it is that the pedophiles are being protected by the cops. That's it. I'll end it at that. That's messed up.
well, heck, they didn't even know what a SANE exam was when I asked for one.
Yeah, that whole you have a
And
blog
also
too,
in the
right?
state of Florida, I learned that detectives that work in Special Victims Unit, which is kind of odd. You're doing this
You know
job.
what's weird? The Philadelphia hired a guy that had sexual assault charges on him within the department as a Special Victims Unit head in headquarters.
Wow. Yeah, that
Yeah, but they
about...
quietly fired him.
Well, I just recently learned by accident, actually, that my ex-husband actually in 1999 had an indecent exposure charge on him.
In Florida?
No, this was way prior, right?
In Tennessee.
No.
And he took a diversion, and it came off, but it shouldn't have come off because he didn't pay his fines and stuff. But anyway.
I was going to say the same thing, GA. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, Jen. I was going to say the same thing, GA. I don't know what that is either. That's funny.
Oh, it's like the hang loose, but a emoticon.
Oh, is it supposed to? Is it? No, that's too many knuckles.
No, hold on.
Is it that? Is that?
Oh, okay.
I didn't understand it either when he sent that to me in a
3 fingers in the middle, 2 fingers on the end.
I've been trying to figure it out. But yeah, thanks for clearing that up, New Smarter Times. And I actually hope that we can link up at some point and do some talking. And Jen, thanks for coming in here and telling your story.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we can get Piner in here at some point.
We completely get what you're saying, Jen. Like, we understand exactly what you're going through. These pigs, they don't care about people. They only care about making a paycheck.
Right. But
They only care about their paycheck, and that's it. And what their superiors tell them to do, or tell them to ignore you or whatever, they'll do that for that paycheck.
Hey, I just found your YouTube channel. I'm your first subscriber.
Mine?
Yeah, it looks like you. It's Jennifer. It's got your name. That's not you.
Yeah, if you have she doesn't have any content up.
I have a YouTube channel for where I post my college courses, probably.
Whatever this account is what he's subscribed to, Jen.
Let me look and see if it's
whatever account you're using right now.
Yeah.
He's gonna support you no matter what channel you have, Jen.
Yeah.
No matter how much content you have.
You're
You want to learn how to medical code? Because I can teach you that.
Yeah, it's got let's see, it doesn't have a whole lot on it, but looks like it's got
four learn about medical stuff.
It's got 4
man,
videos.
Everybody does.
It's got week 10 welcome video, week 2 and week 2.
Oh, yeah, that's for my college classes that I teach.
Oh,
right, free college class right there for you, Andy.
Yo, if she has a learning channel, please share it. Please share it, Jen.
Yeah,
I have
Piner, text me the link
3
to her
dogs,
blog.
So.
Yeah, I would love to learn more about medical and stuff. Like, I would believe you.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You're not Deborah Burks. Or I'm sorry.
I thought maybe you had videos about your story and
You're not Fauci.
going through this stuff.
I do have a blog that I wrote, and then I do have a very small video about my daughter's story, but
I'm trying to get the link to that right now.
I don't think it's not on the YouTube thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the link and share it here in a minute.
I'm more interested in that. You have access to a firearm.
No, I actually left the state of Florida because of the situation. Let's just say he went to file for visitation, and I was told by DCS that I was told by DCS that basically, oh, don't worry, we'll open up another investigation if he molests her again. And I said, peace out, homies. I'm going in hiding.
Yeah, I'd be out of there.
So there's only a few. Yeah, there's only a few people that know where I currently am.
Jen, what's the blog called again?
Thomas says he's got it.
Yeah, that's a story that needs to get out. And one thing that's kind of on a related note, Epstein did not kill himself.
Oh, now we're definitely shadow banned on this one.
Now we're getting into the crux.
But it's true.
Hey, I don't know what exactly is true.
I know it's true. He didn't kill himself.
I'm sure there's some other bullshit
Jen,
in there, but we know how that whole ring works.
Yeah.
Jen, we're all trying to find this blog.
We're trying to find your blog.
I'll post it and I'll get off and post it.
Well,
Can you
text it to me because I have to put the link in there for people to be able to click on it.
On the comment.
Text it. You can, but it won't be clickable.
Guys,
oh, okay.
Oh, it won't be clickable.
Yeah.
But then you can copy and paste it from there, can't you, GA? And
Thanks for coming in.
I got a blog and a video. The video's not as cool as the blog.
Text the link of the blog to me, Jen. Text the link to me so I can put it in the chat.
Can you hear him, Jen?
No, I can't hear anybody.
Can you hear me right now?
I can hear you.
Okay, so listen, GA says that he wants you to text the link to your blog to him so that he can put it into the video now, into the chat or the link.
How do I do that without leaving? Or do I do that?
I thought she was going to leave I thought she was leaving anyway.
Right.
Whenever she did, just have her. Whenever she decides to leave, have her text
I'll just
it to me.
end it and then I'll post it for you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jen, for joining us. We really appreciate you and for sharing your story. Thank you so much.
Hey, while we're waiting on her to do that, can I share a quick video? It's not one of mine. It's another video that I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, what's it about?
It's about. Well, it's an announcement that was made at a Walmart that I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, go ahead and share it.
How long is it?
Oh, it's not very long. It's pretty short.
Do I have to pick something to allow you to share your screen, or can you do it now?
I'm trying to let's see, make sure I got the right. Yeah, here it is. Okay.
Anything Walmart people want to see.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right. So here we go. Share and entire screen share.
Should work. I think I have it.
Okay, and I think tell me if you get the audio on this. Are you guys getting the audio? Were you guys?
I don't hear.
Okay.
I don't hear anything.
Okay, hold on. I need to. Let me stop sharing. I think there was a thing I was supposed to click to make it share the audio. Try one more time.
Oh, tell me how to do that because I don't know how to freaking do that.
Okay. Share screen. Sharing screen tips. Here we go. Share audio. Here it is. There's a little
Oh, I see. There's a quick box right there.
Yeah.
Dang it! No wonder.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay. And
Thanks. I just learned
Here we
that
go.
myself.
all right. Yeah. 34 seconds long. Can you hear it now?
Good afternoon.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I may have your attention, please. Will Mr. Clinton Kilgepstein meet your party at the grocery entrance? Mr. Clinton Kilgepstein, please
I can't hear exactly what she's saying.
meet with your party.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Clinton something.
Okay.
So like a Bart Simpson.
Yeah. She. Here. I'll stop sharing here. She said, "Will Mr. Clinton Kiltepstein please meet your party at the door?" And she repeated it a couple times. Mr. Clinton Kiltepstein. The guy was asking her, told her that he was trying to meet his friend, Mr. Clinton Kiltepstein, and so she was announcing that over the P. And then she goes, now if he doesn't show up in 5 minutes, you come back and I'll announce it again.
I'll announce it again. I bet you he went back in 5 minutes too.
I would have.
Hey, what's up? Oath Accountability just joined us. How's it going? Or maybe he joined us earlier and I didn't.
He's just getting caught up on what happened yesterday, but I was informing him that it was an unlawful detainment and not an arrest.
Oh yeah, I see that he's been here for a second and I missed him. Well, sorry about that.
What
Nice
with Rogue? Yeah. Fucking poor Rogue, man. That was messed up.
I already got here's the blog. Jen's blog is
They
in the
had
chat
to
now.
go there. Like the butt hurt and these pigs in Florida. Like I just want to punch somebody in their face, yo. Like now I get where people say they want to do violence to pigs. Maybe a little bit. I just want to punch them. I don't want to shoot them. I want to put them in jail, really.
So, Southwest Oath Accountability, he wasn't arrested in the sense that he was taken to jail. I mean, he was arrested in the sense that his freedom of movement was impeded. But no, he was detained and then let go.
He was cuffed, right?
Yeah, he was seized and cuffed.
Yeah.
He was cuffed and he had his property seized. But then, from what I understand, a supervisor came and let him go.
Is that a question or is that a statement?
That's a question.
Oh, okay. I actually didn't see it. I was looking for it this morning.
Yeah. So what happened was I called the dispatch right away and then replayed part of the there where they were. And I said, look, I've been watching this guy live. He's out there basically recording the cops. And if they do good, they'll look good. And if they do bad, they look bad. He's just recording what they're doing. And this particular cop is looking really bad. He's going to get your department in a lot of trouble. And this guy, he knows how to file a lawsuit. You need to get a supervisor out there really fast before this cop really digs a deep hole for your department. And so then and then about a minute later, minute and a half, 2 minutes later, the thing comes back on. The supervisor was there and told him to let him go.
Right on. That's awesome.
Wait, you said how many hours?
No,
a minute and a half later.
Yeah, it wasn't very long.
Oh, okay. It wasn't quick.
It was quick.
So clearly, a supervisor was already en route.
It was already en route, yeah, because he had asked for a supervisor. He had already asked for a supervisor before the cuffs even went completely on. When he started to cuff him, he said, "You need to get a supervisor out here." And then I called. And I'm probably not the only one who called.
Yeah, I called too.
Yeah.
By the time I called, I called and it was busy, or like it hung up on me a few times, and then I called and talked to somebody, and she basically said, "Oh, is this about the live stream?" So obviously other people had already called.
Yeah.
There was about 200 people in there though. So
is this true? Is this true, guys? Snapface says that the cop turned the live stream off. Is that true?
They did. Yes, they did.
Yes, that is true. That is
Yeah,
true.
what I heard was they stole the camera. I was out with family and shit, yesterday, and I found out about this morning and shit. I was like, "What?" Everybody was telling me, "Hey, did you see that?" I was like, "No, what the fuck?" But
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
wow. That's
stole
crazy.
him, stole his camera. It doesn't surprise me. Like,
They just keep
He kept on him for a while after that. You know, he kept.
yeah, he was
following
following
around.
a group of cars that they were following in that whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, it's getting down towards like 20 till, so we're probably gonna be
Yeah,
wrapping it up here.
we're 9 minutes overdue for our shutdown.
Yeah.
So
He was like a hemorrhoid on a brown wrinkle. That was great.
So yeah, if anybody hasn't already hit the like, go ahead and do that now. That would be cool. And thank everybody that was in here for joining us. Wolfie.
Yeah, thanks everybody that's in the chat as
thank
well.
you guys for having me.
Wolfie, you're
And
always
I think that's in Indie News now, or
Yeah,
Indie News
yeah.
on the street.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah,
I
Indie News
can't
on the
see
street.
because
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
I can't see because of the comment box. There you go.
Yep. Indie News Now, thank you so much. We
Indie
had
News on the street. On the street.
On the
not
street.
now.
I'm sorry, Indie News. I'm used to saying News Now.
Yeah.
Indie
Rice
News.
Krispie shouted me out for whatever reason.
Josh Abrams was in our panel. Thank you so much. And we had who was the other one that was in here for a while? I can't remember. But thank you.
Piner's gonna talk with her counsel, I think.
Yeah.
Before she comes in here and discusses her case, because it is in federal court.
Oh, absolutely. That's a great idea. And thank you, Jennifer, for jumping in and sharing her. It was awesome.
Later, guys.
So we'll catch you guys on Thursday. I don't know, GA, do you know what Thursday's interview panel is? Or do we have that put together and I missed it? Or
Negative.
maybe-
I'm sure we'll all
maybe
get
right.
together and talk about this before Thursday.
But yeah, so anyway, Thursday, guys, our live panel on Thursday is usually at 8 o'clock. And it's usually an interview. I'm not sure. Rogue's usually the one that puts that together. So tune in to the Bolt Action News Group channel on Thursday. And thank you all so much. Wolfie, you can go ahead and hit it. You can hit the button now, Wolfie. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you guys. Good night.
Good night.